In my opinion, I think setting smart targets is really important for sports players because it helps you push yourself to the limit and actually achieve something. And I think it's even more effective if you set deadlines to complete these targets so that you make sure you achieve your goal that you've set as soon as possible, so that you can set an even harder target for the next few weeks depending on what the target is. Lastly, the best reason for using smart targets is that you have to be specific in what you want to achieve, which helps you improve in your sport as a whole. Moreover, I believe that planning your sessions is quite important for sports coaches because I believe that it helps you control the training session and it makes the session more effective and quicker, as you already know what you're doing with certain players or different age groups depending on what sport you're coaching in. Secondly, the coach is teaching something that's irrelevant to the sport because he or she has planned it out, so you're not just training anything, you're training a specific part in your sports game that you find difficult or easy, but you're trying to improve it to a standard level. For skills within a coaching session, I'm going to talk specifically about the sport football. As for me, it is a lot easier to explain the importance of skills in football. Firstly, the importance of using skills in football is that you can get past your opponents quite easily if you're an advanced football player. So another reason why I think that teaching certain skills in coaching sessions is important is so the players can get comfortable with doing different types of drills and skills so that they can master it now, so that when it comes to a game they have a brief example of what to do to get past certain players. I'm also going to talk about fitness in football, as it is used a lot more than skills in my opinion, no matter what position you're playing in. The reason I say this is because in football you're using a lot of fitness, energy, as you're always running at different types of speeds depending on what you're doing on the pitch. For example, if you're a defender and you have attackers running at you, then you'd mostly use maximum speed to make sure they don't score. And that's the same if you're an attacker trying to score against the opponent. In my opinion, I think participant attendance is really important if you really want to improve in the sports that you play, because I believe that if you don't attend training sessions, you can only get worse, so you will never improve if you're never attending. Secondly, if you're not attending important sessions, then it basically shows that you're not serious in the sport you play and you don't care if you're improving or not, and if you're trying to get better into future aspirations and things like that. The way I'd implement skill and fitness drills in my own coaching sessions is mostly depending on how old you are and the level you're playing at. For example, if you're younger and let's say at an average level, then the drills wouldn't be intense, it would be more basic so that you improve quicker. Now, on the other hand, if you're older and a lot better at the sport, then the skills and fitness drills would be really intense, as fitness is the most important thing needed in football. I think that if coaches and participants see a growth in attendance in their sports sessions, then it basically means that the coach is doing a good job. Now, the importance of the growth in attendance is that it's good because there is a lot of different abilities, which means all training sessions will be effective as the players can learn off each other instead of just learning from one coach. Lastly, when learning off your team players, it will also build a good relationship in between the whole team, which is what you need in a team sports to be playing at a good level. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the importance of performer progress. The importance of performer progress is that it helps the coach get different players come into his club because they can see what he's doing and that he's doing a good job with all his other players that he's training. This is important as it shows a lot of people progressing at his club and that he's a good coach towards all others, and it will make other abilities of different players join his club so they can improve themselves as well using knowledge from the coach and the team players themselves.